there is I love the Rams offensive line with Whitworth and Havenstein off the edge. Having Joey Bosa would help this game a lot, and I think it would really, turn things around and make maybe things a little bit closer. But only having one pass rusher, teams' offenses had just allocated a man to Melvin Ingram's side and made somebody else beat them. And so far, nobody's been able to do it except the safety Derwin James. So the third, fourth pass rusher, Chris Landrum and Isaac Rochelle, are not getting any push and are nowhere near getting, any of the production that Joey Bosa does, obviously. So that's going to be tough. But I think, if you send Derwin James enough or Des King and you can pressure Goff a little bit, I think you might be able to do it. Goff on third down hasn't been very good this year. I think he's the fifth worst passer rating. I think he's got a 52.3. So, on money downs, if they can kind of put some pressure on like they did last week on Josh Allen, I think you might have a chance. But then again, you get too aggressive and McVay will hurt you. He will hurt you. So, it's like pick your poison. It is tough. And I have to say, I really like the right guard, Austin Blythe. Man, did he look good. Yeah,
there's a really, really good chance this weekend Jamon Brown does not get his job back.
Yeah. I loved Blythe. So, anyway, there's going to be a lot of things that the Chargers are going to have to account for. And with, Todd Gurley out of the backfield, it's going to be the rookie, Kaiser White, who's going to have to cover him. And we'll just see how this goes. Again, if the Chargers, can kind of contain these fast running backs and wide receivers and hopefully, do enough to contain Todd Gurley and then put some pressure on Goff, maybe they have a chance. But this is a very tall ask. They're the fifth ranked offense in yards per play, and then the defense is allowing the fifth fewest yards per play. That's from top to bottom. This team is special, like you said earlier.
Okay, so here we go. What is your prediction? Make the call. How's this game go?
Oh, I think the Chargers end up losing this game. I think the Rams are just going to be too much, and I don't think the spread's going to be as far as it has with the first two games. The fewest is 20, and game one is 33-13. So I say Chargers lose maybe in single digits. Maybe it's a 8-point loss, 7-point loss, but I don't think it's quite as far as they've done in the first 2 weeks. So I think the Chargers end up losing. They make it close, but I think ultimately they just in the mid third quarter they just bleed out the Chargers and just run out the clock long enough to win this game.
I'm similar to you. I had the Rams going 30-20. I think the same thing. The Rams will pull away mid-third quarter to start really hammering home some of that depth they have, especially on offense. So I think we're pretty close there.
Yeah.
All right. So, Garrett, hey, give folks a shout-out because I gave it earlier. Go ahead and let people know where to find you and keep track of what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm at Garrett Sisti on Twitter. I'm going to be releasing a podcast on Thursday previewing this game with the Rams. So Rams fans, if you want to listen to that, the podcast is called Score More with Garrett Sisti, and that's me. So follow me there. Got another podcast called the Lightning Round Podcast, doing it there. You'll be able to find me, but good luck this Sunday. And, man, do you guys have a special team here.
Yeah, we're thankful. We waited a long time for it. And you know what? You should have had us on your show. Come on now. We could have came on.
I know it. I recorded it on Monday. It's too early. I'm sorry.
All right. Thanks so much for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right, Norm. There are several things to unpack from that conversation. What did you take about his views on the actual matchup itself?
Well, I think he's kind of on point with what we're thinking as well. The Chargers are a talented team. You've got guys like Melvin Ingram on defense, Derwin James on defense, who's really shown out, as a rookie. Melvin Gordon, running back, Phillip Rivers. Everybody talks about how we're a star-studded team. They've got quite a bit of star power too, and if the chips fall their direction, they've got a real good chance of winning this game. I don't think that's going to happen, but, I'm in line with him. I think that they're going to exploit the tight end, trying to get yards with us on the tight end. They're going to try to establish the running game. And I think the Rams counter with more of a dime defense. What I mean by that is, try to stop the run with the front four or front five, so to speak, and use, a defensive back like Shields or Mikael Roby-Coleman to cover the tight end. That way we're not reliant so much on our linebackers. After Jared Cook had such a great game against us and, with the Raiders, they had to make adjustments to make that go away. And I think you'll probably see that happen a little earlier in this game. And, I agree with both your conversations in there. It seems to me like both teams are on the rise, but I think the Rams are a little bit further along. And, I think we'll see that on the field on Sunday.
I think there's more stability right now than the Rams organization. I don't really think the Chargers have really adjusted as well yet to the Los Angeles area. And that you can kind of see that when you watch this team. During the interview, I admitted that I shouldn't have gone 15-1, and you questioned me on the actual show about the Chargers going 15-1. And now hindsight 2020, I didn't look at the other factors, the X factors. And there are so many issues surrounding this team that have nothing to do with the talent on the field that really, to me, would kind of keep them from avoiding all the noise. And so it's hard for me to say, well, looking at the talent in the field, looking at what's there, this is a toss-up. No, it's not. Right now, the Rams are the better team. They're better equipped right now anyways. It's just unfortunate for Chargers fans, what 4 or 5 there are out there in L.A., but, I mean, I'm looking forward to the game, though. I'm looking forward to seeing Phil Rivers again against the Rams.
Well, I can tell you this. So far, you're not wrong, because they're 1-1. So.
Yeah, I think I will be after this weekend.
Well, I hope you're wrong after this weekend.
Okay. Well, before we move on, we have one more word from a sponsor here. We do want to go over real quick over the injuries, and then before we get back to the conversation with Garrett. Right now for the Rams, it looks like Mark Barron's missing again this week. He's a DNP in participation. Michael Brockers with his shoulders limited today. This is Thursday, by the way. John Sullivan, center, out with an ankle injury right now, did not play in practice. Andrew Whitworth is back to being full contact. And, of course, Greg Zuerlein is out for an unknown amount of weeks. On the Chargers side, tackle Joe Barksdale with a knee injury was a DNP today. So was Joey Bosa. We know Joey Bosa is out. Antonio Gates, tight end. That one was the kind of guy we would keep an eye on. He's a DNP with an illness. Derek Watt, fullback, limited duty. Travis Benjamin did not play with the foot injury. To me, that's big. Travis Benjamin is a speed guy for them who can really stretch the field when needed. And Melvin Gordon is full contact with a neck injury, but he's again full contact. So, hey, do you want to talk about Sal?
Well, first, Sean McVay's press conference today, he spoke a little bit about Sullivan and Michael Brockers, saying that they were both just slightly sore, not really injured, and that he just held them out for their own protection and well-being, and said that they'll be fine for the game. So shouldn't be a problem there. But as far as the Golden Ram Barbershop goes, I would be happy to talk about them. Sal has been with us since the very beginning, so we'd like to give a shout out to the Golden Ram Barbershop. If you're looking to support one of your own in the Orange County area and like the old school barbershop experience, you must check out the Golden Ram Barbershop at 13755 Golden West Street in Westminster, California. Sal opened the shop as a shrine to the Rams on the day they left for St. Louis and has kept the lights on ever since. He's by appointment only, so give him a call at 714-894-RAMS or 7267. Make sure you use the promo code RAMSTALK so that he knows that we sent you to get a discount on an already affordable haircut. The Golden Ram Barbershop is open from Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. One more time, give Sal a call at 714-894-7267. A visit to his shop is worth it just to enjoy the Rams memorabilia there. It's totally cool. It's like a big museum for the Rams. It's awesome. But he also provides that old school barbershop experience, talking Rams football and more. Trust me, folks, you won't regret it. He's even managed to make Derek and I look pretty good visiting the shop. And, of course, Magic Johnny's now infamous after visiting Sal.
I wish I could have gone to Sal before my last haircut. That's for sure.
Well, I got to say this, folks. When we first Skyped tonight, Derek came on the screen and it was like, oh my God, did you fall into a vat of nair or what?
So just the story was my cross country kids. I made a promise to them that if they actually went to yesterday's meet and improved their times, that I would shave my head. And well, they improved their times. So me being the man of my word that I am, I went to school today and oh my gosh, the shocked faces. Oh my gosh.
After seeing Derek, I bet the next time they're like, no, we don't want that reward.
So that's what we're talking about. Go get a real haircut, folks, at Gold Ram Barber Shop. Norm, moving into, continue to unpack this interview with Garrett. You mentioned what you think that the Chargers will do on offense. What do you think are the Rams' best options with their offense against, again, I almost said San Diego, against the LA Chargers defense?
Well, I mean, I don't think you're going to see much different. I think you might see a little more Todd Gurley running the football. I think you might see our tight ends get a little more involved this game. But I just don't see Coach McVay doing anything different other than keeping his foot on the accelerator and going like he has been. It used to, when we used to watch the Rams and you'd see him, 3rd and 17, you'd be like, oh, God, here we go again, another punt. But now 3rd and 17, we might get this one. And it happens more often than not, usually to Robert Woods and now Brandon Cooks. So I just see him keeping his foot on the accelerator. I think he's going to figure out what's going to work, and he'll go for it. I really, truly think you'll see more from our tight ends. And if they can establish the run with Todd Gurley, it's lights out.
Well, two things there, and a lot of it goes in line with what you're saying. I think we will see more tight end work. I think we will see more running the football early in the game, in part because of Ingram, and also because we don't know where Derwin James is going to be in the field at all times. So if they can kind of use the blitzes that he makes to the offense's advantage by catching those blitzes, it's going to be a track meet real quick for that Rams offense. So I'm expecting more screens, some more quick outs, more quick ins, all those different little quick routes to get those tight ends involved. I'm expecting more of a short game to set up the long game with this Rams offense on Sunday, and I think there's a really good chance it'll work.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of play action, I think. Run the football in the beginning, try to establish that, but still get first down, still drive the field. So try to establish the run game as much as possible and then go off play action, like he has been. But I think this time they're going to focus so much on Brandon Cooks and Robert Woods that Cooper Kupp and the tight ends will probably have a pretty good game. So that's kind of where I'd see it going. And on defense, Rivers has a quick release, but he's a veteran who sees the field pretty well, and he's liable to hold the football a little longer. So I'm kind of expecting the sacks total to go up a little bit more this game.
And he just doesn't move well anymore. No. And he's not going to go. If Barksdale's out and some of the other guys are not where they need to be, I'm expecting that defensive line to start breaking out a little more, especially now as they're getting more time together. It's only really Aaron Donald's his second game fully engaged now.
Well, this will be his third, but
yeah, but coming back late from camp, I would think this is more along the lines where we start seeing him really in shape. And by in shape, I'm talking like his normal Pro Football Focus rating of 99, where he had like a 92 rating last weekend. Aaron Donald's just an animal. So
yeah, that 92 really sucked, huh?
I know, right?
Well, I'm expecting you'll see a lot more Aaron Donald, and I think Sue's going to have a big impact. But, a lot of people, and I know even you're guilty of this a little bit, when you see a quarterback drop back and you start watching them look through their reads, you're thinking that they're going, okay, first read's not there, second read's not there, third read's not there, okay, fourth read, that's what I'm going to. The amount of times that a quarterback actually gets to the third or fourth read hardly ever happens. I mean, it truly doesn't happen very often. So if Rivers goes to his first read and it's not open, goes to his second read and it's not open, then I have a feeling he's going to be